Our God is not a surface level God. You see, family, I've come to a point in my walk with God where I've realized that He wanted to get me so broken to the point where I could stop trying to rely on my own strength. You see, it was very hard for me to be vulnerable with God for many, many years. And I believe this was because there was a blockage. There was something in between me and Him, which in reality was my lack of surrender. And because of this lack of surrender, I was not able to truly cry or weep in God's presence. You know, it wasn't until last year where God brought me into a new church where I actually shed a tear for the first time in over 15 years, family. Let me tell you, over 15 years. And all these years, you know, as men, we can hold on to burdens or things that we're going through, not able to actually express it, but we're like suffering inside. And God had to bring me to the point where I was able to just put it all down at His feet. And you see, when I was able to actually shed my first tear, family, there's something that broke in the realm of the spirit. And because God is not a surface level God, He cares about our emotions. He cares about what's going on inside. You see, we can do a very good job at dolling ourselves up. I'm talking about the women here. Well, you know, men, we like to appear to have it all together, but we can still be suffering inside. And you see, that's why we got to go deeper in our walk with the Most High God. There is never a point where you should believe that you have accomplished everything that you need in terms of knowing who God is. God is so vast. He's so magnificent and mighty. You could read the Bible 20 times over and you'll still be learning about His ways. You see, even to the point where you get to 100 years old, you'll still be learning about God's ways. When you can get to the point where you're so focused on God's will and knowing what His will is for your life, that even if it makes you look foolish in front of other people, it don't even matter. Like, if I can cry in front of a bunch of people now, it don't even matter. I couldn't do that a couple years ago. You know, I couldn't really express my emotions or feelings in front of people a couple years ago because I just hadn't been brought to that place of intimacy with the Most High. So in this video, I want to just express to you guys that our God is not a surface level God. Okay? The stuff that's going on in your heart, the stuff that your soul is still intertwined with. You see, like, there's a lot of soul ties that I believe is possibly the reason many people are not able to get intimate with God, is because they still are connected to other beings in the spiritual realm. And so on your walk with God, all these things have to be revealed to you. The traumas, the lack of surrender, your fears, your anxieties, your idols, all these things are what keeps you from walking in intimacy with God. And because He is not a surface level God, He will not allow you to just continue going on without bringing up those things on occasion. Because when He brings it up, it's not for you to dwell in what happened to you in the past, but He's bringing up to you so you can recognize, like, hey, I still need work. I still got work to do. I still need to improve. I'm still a work in progress. And you see, I think it's so great that God does this is because it keeps us humble. You see, when God brings up your issues to you, it's for you to examine that there's still work for you to do, and it can keep you humble knowing that there's still a work in progress. You're still a work in progress. You may be a very strong man, a very financially stable man, but you may still be a work in progress. You see, our society does a very good job at selling us appearances. And so on the surface, we'll look at something and assume that it's valuable because it looks polished, but not even realizing that underneath the roots, there's no foundation, there's no structure. And that's why we have to humble ourselves and recognize that there's always more work to do in our walk with the Most High God. Because only He truly knows the depth of our foundation. Only He truly knows what has been passed down to us through the generational bloodline. And until we get to the point where we are broken before God, family, we'll still be trying to appear as if we've got it all together. And I think that makes people suffer even more, is because they know that if people really were to see who they are, that it would make them feel sad because the image is not really what it seems. You know what I mean? It's just like an illusion. Why do we care so much about how people perceive us when that's not who we truly are? if you're not happy, just let them know you're not happy. If you're not rich, just, hey, you ain't got the money. It's like, well, why are you so focused on what people think about who you are? It's like we're so, our identity is in an image now, but it's not real. It's not authentic. You know, if you're not strong, just, that's okay. You ain't got the muscles. If you ain't got the car, you ain't got the car. But what people do now in this society is they'll go get the rental and make it seem like they really own it. You know, they may tell people, oh yeah, they just bought a house, but really they're just renting. They'll tell people, oh, I got this girl, but really she's just a friend. It's like, man, the appearance, man, the appearance. Why are you so focused on the appearance? I believe that is something that we have to mature out of. You see, not being so concerned with how people perceive us, because at the end of the day, you may not even know that they'll probably like you better if you just were to tell them the truth. If you were to just be honest and transparent and be like, hey man, this is who I am, this is where I'm at, I ain't really got it all together, but God's still working on me, I'm a work in progress. You see, people respect honesty and integrity and realness more than they do people who are fake and who are putting on an image and appearances. So that's the video I got for you guys today. Our God is not a surface level God. He wants you to know that there are maybe things that are still in you that he's trying to reveal so you can get healed and set free. But you got to be real with him. You got to open up, be transparent, and don't be so concerned with how things look, because when he's done with you, family, that's when you can really appreciate and embrace the new man that he has created, because you'll have no reason to hide. You'll have no reason to pretend. All right, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day. God bless. This is Quab Gibbs once again. If you haven't been here already, please leave a like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. God bless.